Hey, everybody, it's Eddie in Tokyo, and this is your extended Japan fluff for today. We're going to talk about going on the bullet train here in Japan. That's called the Shinkansen, and I would highly recommend before you come to investigate getting a Japan Rail Pass because it is such a great value. The bullet trains are a little expensive to use if you don't get a Rail Pass, and the Rail Passes allow you to jump on and jump off within a certain period of time, depending on how long you want to stay. There is a 3-day pass happening right now that's good for foreign passport holders until the end of February 2021. It's a screaming deal. We're talking just over $100 for an adult and about $50 for a child's pass. This is something that you can have so much fun with because the reason you can maximize your time here is the bullet trains are incredibly fast. Like the one I'm going to talk about is the Hayabusa. The Hayabusa is one of the fastest in Japan, and it is this one here in this great green color. It goes 320 kilometers per hour, which is 198 miles per hour, and it is so smooth and so quiet. In fact, you can balance a coin on your windowsill when you go and it won't fall over. That's how incredibly smooth they are. So if you are getting that rail and taking advantage of the JR East, you're going to have this whole portion here to travel. And there are just so many places to see. Today in the video, we're going to take a look at what you might find in Nagano. Nagano is in the mountains of Japan, and there are the famous snow monkeys. It is a monkey that is native to Japan. But I want to prepare you that when you do get your rail pass, it's going to look something like this ticket here. Traveling with lots of people who are visiting Japan, what I have found is that you don't want to lose this because when you put it into the gates to enter the bullet train platform area, it then comes back out. You want to be sure to grab that ticket because I have seen so many foreigners just walk on past, and then once you lose that ticket, you're kind of in big trouble. Even if you try to explain that you left it at the gate, they will very often have you pay for another one. So please don't lose your ticket. Be extra, extra careful. And when you do take it out of the gate, be sure you put it in a place that you won't lose it. I can't tell you how many times I have encountered that with traveling with people who are visiting Japan. You know, I've been here for 20 years, so I've had the pleasure of hosting a lot of visitors, and that is one heads up that I know is important to give you. And if you can spend a little extra money, this is what the green car looks like, or sometimes called the grand class. And I'm not saying you have to go this route, but it's not that much more expensive to go green class. And the green cars are amazingly appointed. So just something to think about if you want to go in the best class possible. Now, there's something essential that you have to do when you travel on the bullet train, and that is get your bento. Your bento is your boxed food before you go, and your drink. It's what everybody does. It's what everybody looks forward to. This is a vintage picture from 1902. It used to be that the bento sellers would come to your train window and then sell you the eki ben, eki being station, ben being short for bento. And that since has changed. You'll now go to the stations and you'll find big stores with displays of just only bento. This is one that's very, very similar to what you'll find in most of the stations. This particular photograph is from the Tokyo station, which I'm familiar with, and they have a wall display, so you can kind of take a look at what looks good to you. And there are vegetarian boxes, there are meat, chicken, pork, beef. You might even find some occasional, I don't even know if I should say this, whale. Yeah, sometimes you might find some whale. And then there's a ton of seafood. And the seafood here is, of course, fabulous. And so you can find, I think it satisfies everybody's palette. And when you get your box and you open it up, it's going to look something like this. It's going to have a very large assortment of many different things inside, and they're always just beautiful, not only beautifully arranged, but there's a lot of thought into the color that was used and the seasonality, and it's just, you know, a work of art all on its own. So when you get to Nagano, you're going to be able to see these guys here, which are awfully cute. And they even have their own Instagram page. So you can take a look at, oh, he looks a little like he's been in some fight, doesn't it? Yeah, they're very intelligent, of course, and they're very social, and they're not in cages and not behind fences. You're going to go into this park that was established in 1964, I believe it was. And these monkeys have been soaking in the natural hot springs for who knows how long, probably since they have lived there. But they now have this park, and you can get very, very close to them. I will tell you that if you get this close, be careful because they will snatch your phone from you. This is something that they are always trying to do, and one of the most famous photographs is this one here, although you can find lots of cases of phones being taken. And I don't think you're going to get it back. I think the chances of getting it back are slim to none. So be extra careful on that. And you get pass for the park. So the monkeys are not on a schedule, of course. And there is a live cam on that park website so that if you want to check the cam before you go to see if the monkeys are there, that is something you can do. If they're not, it's kind of a hit and miss. You can come back into the park then on that pass for that same day. I think if you go during the snowy season, because it snows there, I think your chances of seeing them are much greater because they are keeping warm in the hot springs during the cold season. So I do hope that you get a chance to visit, and should you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section. All right, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.